Well, back again. Just got not long ago got back from the store and we went to Dunham's again. We went to Dunham's last week, the day before Seth's birthday. I was thinking about getting him a shotgun, but this one would have been like the black one, I think. And good thing we didn't get it because it was a kind of rusted up. It was a Model 870. I forgot the other part. I don't know if it was Express or Wingmaster. I don't think it was a Wingmaster. But anyway, decided to go ahead today and get him to Express, and anyway, now this is what I got yesterday. This is mine right here. I got this from Benton Shooter Supply, and you can tell it's a pretty old gun, and it was, I mean, it's really, really nice. There's no rust on it whatsoever. It's well taken care of. Has a vent rib there, and of course it's a modified choke, as you see it on the side. The code on here, the 2-letter code, was RW. So what I got on there and got on these forums and everything and asked people about this, that, and the other, and judging by the R and the W, turns out to be it's about either 68 or 72. I think it's a 72, the guy said. So the gun is as old as I am, but I'm older than the gun if it's a 72. The R would stand for November, and the W would stand for 72. I think that's what it says. Yeah. And I have to say, with these right here, the stamps are a lot more clear. They're a lot more the assembly line stamps and everything. It looks like a horseshoe, and the one on the other side of the R is like a little round thing with a little line going through on the top of it. It's like this, and then it's round. And then you got RW, and then you got the little horseshoe thing on the side of this. And this, of course, has got the mag flux symbol and the G with a triangle around it, and the REP on there, showing that it was tested, I believe. That's the one for that. And so, and you can see that's a pretty fore-end right there. And again, that's the barrel. I can point it at the camera. This ain't gonna point at you in real life. And inside's real nice and clean. I'll tell you what, that's pretty clean. And you got the traditional recoil pad and things like that. I was watching this video last night, early this morning, on the 1100, and man, they put them suckers through some riggers. I mean, they shot that stuff. They must have shot like thousands of rounds of shells through there, and it started smoking. The fore-end, the wood, started smoking because the barrel was so hot. And all they did was just do it in a stream. And they got it and put more shells in it, and they kept on going. I was like, whoa, I got to have 1100. And I remember there was 1100 down here at the pawn shop for sale. And I went to go there, and there was nobody there. Because I kind of passed by it 2 or 3 times. My grandfather had one, and I always liked it. I never got to shoot it. And I looked at it 2 or 3 times over here at the pawn shop. I thought, man, I'll maybe get it. I might get it one day. Just when I decide to get it, the lady's closed. So maybe she'll be open next week, and I'll try to see if they still have that one. But this is a really sweet gun. The one I had. Now I'm gonna tell you what I did. It was really stupid. My grandfather, my biological grandfather, my mother's father, had given me a 20 gauge Wingmaster. This, of course, is 12, and I had it for a very long time. I had it since 1988, and then a couple of years later, we came down. He gave me a double barrel shotgun. I forgot which one it was. I forgot whether it was Savage Arms or what, but it was a really pretty shotgun, double barrel, hammerless shotgun. And a couple of years later, he gave me a 22 Savage Arm rifle. Okay, so back in the, I think it was the later 90s or something like that, I needed some money, and I pawned my shotguns, even with the sleeves they went into. Somebody had found them or seen them, they put them up or something other, and on the shelves, and they bought them. I'm like, oh no. And all that time I'm telling my mom that somebody stole them. Really, to me, they did steal them. I was like, Mom, somebody stole my guns. And I finally told her, I said, well, nobody didn't really steal them, and they just, they evidently got bought whenever I pawned them. And I told her I still feel like a jerk all those years. It was like, I think it was like 17, 18 years ago that this happened, maybe 19 almost. Anyway, maybe less, maybe more. But anyway, long story short, too much dialogue, and that's what I'm doing. I bought Seth this Remington Model 870 Express, and the guns are almost exactly alike as far as form and shape, but as far as quality, the fore-end, fore-end, it's nothing like the Wingmaster there, and neither is the buttstock. It's more contemporary, and of course you don't have the only thing you have on here is just an engraving of the R for Remington. And of course this isn't the Wingmaster, it's Express. But you can see the similar shape and everything, like the tongue here, where the shell goes in. And that's what happened with mine. My 20 gauge, the extractor, the thing that grabs the shell from the magazine here, the mag tube, and the ejector and puts it up into the chamber, that broke. I think my cousin broke it. And I was going to try to get it fixed and never did, and ended up pawning it. Stupid. But anyway, this as well is made in Remington Arms Company, Ilion, New York. And I think they also got another factory in North Carolina somewhere. They were about to close it because of some other issues and because of the Bushmaster. And they said, well, if the Bushmaster is going to be outlawed, then we what are we going to do, But that they cut out like some jobs because of it a couple of years so, or however long ago it was, a year or two ago. And anyway, I guess things turned out okay because they're still there. But anyway, there's a big difference as far as the coloration and everything, and I suppose the stamping, like on this one, you can't even see the stamping on this one, or whoever stamped it. The stamping's backwards. So I think it's KC. KC would be, what was it, 2008 or 98 or something like that, or CK, KC or CK, but it's backwards. Where the K would be front facing, it's backwards. Where the C would be front facing, it's backwards. And I don't see a REP or REF stamp on here showing it was tested or anything. And I guess just not the same type of quality checks, or I mean, if they're quality checks, there's not a lot of people who put their seal on it. You know what I mean? And that would have been nice to have, as far as that goes, because you want to know somebody tested it out before they send it off to you in a box. And the neat thing about this too, it's got, I don't know if you can see that, but it's got Remington embossed on a trigger guard there. And me and my son were trying to figure out how to scan this thing. There's a scan barcode right there, QP code, what do you call it, CP code. And we're trying to scan it with a camera and couldn't do it. So I rubbed my shirt on it and it took a lot out of my shirt. So I was like, okay, well, we can't scan it now. But anyway, it doesn't say Express on here. It says Remington 870. But the serial number is supposed to give it away as Express. And what it holds is it holds 2 3/4 shell and also 3-inch shells. But it doesn't, unless you have a mag receiver, it'll hold 3.5 shells, 3.5-inch shells. And of course, that's not a mag receiver. Super mag receiver, I'm sorry. But again, that's a nice gun. It's something that Seth can pass down to his kids, but it's not as nice as this one. And that's what you kind of get, I guess. That's what happens as time goes by, and oh yeah, the firing pin is black, it's subdued. The firing pin on this one is, you know, silver, you know. But it serves the same purpose, but, you know, like the tongue thing here, shell tongue, you know, that's chrome, silver, whatever it is. And this one isn't, you know, it's got like a little cut in it. Anyway, rectangular cut for, I guess, for when you push the shell in there and everything, it kind of catches it from sliding back or whatever. But, you know, and of course the little thing there, that's showing us a Wingmaster for that. But, both of them seem to be good guns, and we're going to go test them out. I guess Seth will be testing his out whenever he wants to, tomorrow sometime, or during the Thanksgiving weekend. But I'll be working, and so we're kind of looking forward to seeing how they work out. And again, this is like a parkerization matte finish, and I like that. I like the old type. I'm a kind of guy. I'm not an assault weapon kind of guy. I'm the type of guy who likes the old classics like this right here, just the walnut stock with the slick kind of finish, and one you had to put oil on. And I like I mean, this right here I bought. It's the gun I had before, my 20 gauge Wingmaster. It had rust spots on it here and there. This one don't have a lick of rust on it. I mean, it's immaculate, pretty much, almost immaculate, near immaculate condition. And of course, this one's brand new. I don't know if it's brand new, but it's either that or 2008 or something. But anyway, I also got my Ithaca from a couple of years ago. I did a video on. So anyway, let's see how they look on top view there. And you can see they're kind of relatively the same length. I think Seth's is a little bit longer than mine. Let me get up. I've been sitting down all this time. So yeah, it's a little smidgen, quarter of an inch maybe, longer than mine. And his choke comes out. And I showed him how to do all that stuff. Well, maybe it needs to go back just a little bit like that. Let's see, they're about relative. They're 28. The barrels are 28 inch, so it could be I was going by the butt stock and the stock itself, but the barrel like 28 inches on both of them. So about the same size, same type of structure of the gun, and the receiver, I mean, and the all this get up here, the barrel, shell magazine, shell tube, and the fore-end and the stocks, and basically about the same thing. It depends on how much recoil they have here. This is like solid rubber. This right here's got a little bit of give to it. Well, not very much. Anyway, thought you might be interested in seeing that. Hope you enjoy it, and maybe we'll see how it shoots later on. See you later.